Hey everyone, so today is the 5th. Yes, it's Friday now. It is the 5th day of the quarantine. They've actually been issuing curfews now, so between the hours of 10 p.m. and 5 a.m., people really aren't supposed to be out unless they're essential, such as, I'm assuming, doctors, police, firemen, ambulance, all of that. Um, so yeah, today I had some trouble with my internet. It kept wanting to drop, so that was fun panicking because I also had class today and trying to figure out how am I going to do it. So I had to start off with my phone, but then it reconnected and I was able to switch over to my computer, which has a little bit of better quality, like for camera and whatnot. So that was fun. And then today for work, I am continuing to work on video tutorials for my student workers for their projects. I'm actually exporting one now, and as well as exporting, I can't really use my computer because it was starting to overheat a little bit yesterday. Um, so don't want that to happen again. So I was like, let me go ahead and film my vlog. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do weekend ones, um, just because I don't necessarily want to be in here where I have been working on the weekend as well, or at least very long. So we'll see. I might, instead of doing vlogs, do like, hey, come craft with me or come sketch with me because I do have some projects to work on, or come learn with me because I also still have homework that I have to do that's due on Monday, and I have a quiz on Monday, so who knows, maybe I'll do something like that, like come study with me, or like a speed up. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to do these vlogs and whatnot, but I'm getting there. Um, what else is going on? It's payday, so that's kind of nice. Unfortunately, bills to pay, so that's not so nice. Yeah, everything is okay. The weekend itself it's felt like forever. I know it's only been 1 week, and I have one coworker that's been on it for like 14 days now, because her daughter, they closed down their schools earlier, and so she had to work from home a lot sooner because the university that I work for wasn't allowing you to bring your kids, which makes sense. Um, or she would have done that to be able to come in. So she wasn't able to work. So she is going like absolute stir crazy. And she's a homebody. Like if she could stay home forever, she would. But now that she has to stay home, it's another thing. Plus, her daughter is very, very, very. She has a lot of energy, so they can't take her out to like the parks or the pool or anything to get that energy out. And her daughter right now is on spring break, so it's not like they have homework to do, so she's going a little nutso. But for myself, it's felt like a long time already. This week was a lot of adjusting and getting used to things and figuring things out and whatnot. I'm hoping next week goes a little bit smoother now that I have a routine down. I do have a lot of video conferences with my student workers to help set them up for their remote work, so I have that to look forward to. Um, that's what I think is the biggest thing, is that my workroom was supposed to be like my sanctuary to just like work on costumes or craft or just get away and do things that I would like to do, and now I've kind of turned it into my home station to work from home. So after the long day of being stuck in here for 7.5, 8 hours, I kind of don't want to be in here to work on stuff, and that makes me a little sad because I've been slowly collecting supplies to work on my things. So I think this weekend we're gonna try and do like a walk around the neighborhood just to kind of get out, maybe do like a mile or two, just to get some extra exercise. I started watching one of my favorite workout YouTubers again, Blogilates, Casey or Cassie. Um, so I started like seeing some of her videos again and started trying to do those just to get myself more active, because I noticed that my back and hips have started to hurt again, and I know it's better that I'm sitting in here because I have an actual chair, versus sitting on the floor in my room or on my bed. But I know that I'm sitting too much, and that's like the biggest thing about working from home, is that I feel that I have to be in front of my computer at all times while I'm on the clock, and I need to remember that I still get breaks. I'm allowed to get up and walk around for a few minutes, to walk around my backyard, to stretch, to do some squats or push-ups or whatever. I've got to get out of the mentality that work is like must stay focused at all times. Um, but yeah, I haven't really worked on too much. Oh, I did do the pulls for my dragons. Um, I pulled it a little too early, so some of it was still soft, and I squished it a little bit. There we go. And so I lost some of the details, but they're super light, and like, look how flexible this is. Like, it's flexible. So I'm gonna take both of these and then put them together like this to make one dragon, and then one goes on this side, one goes on this side of the hat that I have to make. I did learn that with this particular mold that I got, I don't have to overfill it with the foam clay, so that way I have less like extra skin pieces that I have to kind of cut away. And then this one I had filled it all the way, and I would have to try and cut out the negative space here. So yeah, it was successful. They're super light. That's a lot more light than I thought they would be, and they're like, they can take some abuse. Like, I'm impressed. This is my first time working with this material, so I would recommend. So I think today after work I might go ahead and set up the next two, the real ones for this. I learned a few little like tips and tricks from a friend. So I might film that this weekend or after work, depending on how I feel, and we'll see. But I'm really, really happy. It actually captured a lot of the detail, and I'm sure that if I hadn't pulled it a little too early and smushed it, um, it would have come out even better. But I can't wait to like paint these and see how it all comes out. I might use I'm going to keep these to test different paints and colors on and use them as my practice ones before I actually do my real ones. But I'm very, very impressed with how this dried. It actually feels like foamy. So that's cool. I also managed to order some beads and some lace fabric for the corset underpiece for the costume. I already had the patterns cut out, so maybe this weekend I might take a day to work on the stuff, and not just do homework or whatnot. So we'll see. And I think that's it today. Thank you for joining me. I'm hoping everyone is out there not going stir crazy. And I also realized when I keep saying like stay happy and stay healthy, it's from that doctor YouTuber that I sometimes watch, Dr. Mike, and I didn't realize I was totally like stealing his line. It's amazing, like the subconscious of like people that you watch every day, how it like bleeds into your own vocabulary. But I really do wish you guys all well, health, happiness. Make sure to get some fresh air, and still remember that there's video chatting and messaging and social media, and try not to do what I do where I constantly, like, if I'm not working, I'm reading articles and stuff on Facebook and social media and the news, and I know it doesn't do very much for my anxiety and my um, my anxiety or my mental health. So I'm gonna try and not do that today. That's one of my goals, is I'm going to not be on that kind of social media after work or even during work. Today is just get away from it for a minute. I mean, it's not changing, and it's always changing at the same time. So to try and keep up with all that is just, it's not good. So who knows? I might actually just do my homework so that way this weekend I'm free. Obviously, I don't know what I'm going to do today, but there'll probably be some sort of video. I know I want to try and get all these 5 vlogs up and edited, and I have decided I am going to do them individually, and they're probably just going to be very dirty, like boom boom, come in, come out. Nothing fancy, nothing heavily edited. I don't want the files to be huge. I don't want them to be big. This is supposed to be just raw and real and like a video diary of what's going on. So with that being said, I will see you guys either later this weekend for another vlog or Monday. But either way, have a great weekend and try and stay sane. Bye!